Welcome back to Cube! Last time, we beat the game! And saved the Polyverse. There is still more content, though, that we can check out. So, we have our regular level select, the level hub, which I think was... yes, here. And then the Cube Plus hub. Which, this is actually the hub that's unlocked in the completely normal level select. Was it over here? No, puzzle mazes. Yeah, I think it's the cone hub. So I do feel a bit like general progression and how things are unlocked is a little bit weird in this game. I'd probably streamline it a bit more, given that you can just press start and then hit P to come here at literally any time. So, that said, let's start taking a look at some of this bonus content. So, continue level select takes us to the regular level select. There's nothing in there that we need because everything is accessible in the other levels. So let's take a look at the level hub, which I think we did last time. And let's just make sure that there's nothing else here. What was in Monument? Did that just crash the game? Yes, it did. That one is not properly triggered. So we have yellow, blue, purple, green, orange, yellow, blue, purple, green, orange, yellow, blue, purple, green, orange. Then we have the whites for all of those. White, purple, white, blue, white, yellow, white, green, white, orange. And then these are the bonus ones that you get. So, Maze Room, I think, will take us to not quite what I was expecting. No. Yeah, so I think technically I played through these before, but I'll probably cut that and show them more appropriately here. So let's start with this. Maze Room. Collect the diamonds and reach the goal! 295. That is the number of gems in here. So it says maze. This is kind of just a big ol' place. It's a little mazy, yes, but as you play through it, you actually get kind of a better idea about the flow of the layout. And I found by the end I could kind of navigate this place. So a little ways up, especially in the center, if I can find my way to it. It kind of goes to this bigger, more open area with all of these triangles around. There's still a little bit on the left and right, and there's still a couple walls in here. But it's largely a big open area. And then at the very back, I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, there it is. The exit is here on the other side. So it's not like a maze so much as it is just a big old place to run around. Oh, and that takes us back here. Okay. Can you get to the maze hub from here? Yes. The Puke Green Maze. Now this one is interesting because you can kind of see the whole thing from right here. Well, maybe not the whole thing. It may fade out before you can see all of it. But then as soon as you get in, the camera is like way zoomed in. I can't see nothing. And unlike the previous maze, I spent an amount of time in here, and I just did not find... I did not wrap my head around a general flow. It seems like it's just this the entire way through. It's still not a straight maze, because there are a lot of openings, a lot of alternate paths, and you kind of can just brute force your way through. Left-hand rule still works, of course. That's what I did the very first time I was in here. I can see there's more up there. How the heck do I get up there? There we go. And I also kind of found when you see that, like, really wide pattern, that's probably an outside edge. Hey! It probably has something to do with the, like, blocks that the outside edge is made up of and them being scaled. So, like, when they're scaled bigger, the texture also scales bigger. And then my favorite one of the bunch, oh, I'm not running, is actually this invisible yellow maze. Which is very grid-based. You can see the walls, but only vaguely. And I feel like this is actually one of the most maze-like mazes of this entire place. I ended up getting almost every diamond just trying to get to the exit. Also, there is a bit of a bug. You may have noticed I actually spawned in at the exit. And yeah, that is not intended. You just spawn in at the exit. So I figure you work your way through and try to get to the entrance, and that's good enough. And then maybe from the entrance you can try to get back to the exit. I ended up doing that. I came in, went from exit to entrance, and then back again. And in the process, I had collected every diamond. I'm not going to necessarily try to collect every diamond. I am just going to try to, get there. But this stage is a lot more mazy. So there are a lot less in the way of, like, alternate paths and whatnot. Oh, here we are. So, yeah, obviously you're supposed to come in here. And we can even return to the hub there. So now we can do the maze as intended. As long as we go where no diamonds are. That means we're taking the path that I took to get in here, right? Actually, I think I'm along the outside edge of the maze. So maybe not. Does this, like, ever actually go in? No. No, it does not. This is just a fun little area where you get to see the outside edge of the entire maze. I don't know if I remember seeing this the first time I played through. Maybe it's because there's no diamonds over here. I didn't feel inclined to take this path, or maybe thought I already had. I do remember seeing these, like, things of 6 cylinders and using them as a kind of indication. Like, I could see them and go, oh, that must be the outside edge. Did I go this way? Because there are diamonds this way. I did. I must have just not grabbed them. Maybe I should have been more attentive in grabbing all the diamonds on the way in, so I was more confident in my way back. Like grabbing bread, like dropping... The inverse of dropping breadcrumbs. I'm eating breadcrumbs. The path where all the breadcrumbs have been eaten is, in fact, the way home. Ah, there we are. So let's go back here, go back to the level hub. So those were the 3 in Maze. So let's head back here and see what else we have. Okay, maze room. There's corrupted blue. Unless it just sent me to the wrong place. Because this is an actual level. No music. Well, some eerie wind, I guess. Yellow didn't yellow. Oh, I just put you back right here. Wait, where am I? Okay, I'm over here. Can't see. Heck yeah, chose correctly. And by that I mean I went the side path first. So I noticed, but I'm just now actually putting together the importance of it. that this level is multicolored. Not really sure what that implies. Maybe some kind of hub for the Polyverse. I'm just gonna assume there was nothing else behind me. Maybe that's kind of what they mean by hub. This is where all the Polyverse come together. Can't go high enough to get up there. Yeah, but there was more stuff in the other direction. Okay, confirming there's nothing else over here. And yellow didn't yellow. And then I just missed it entirely. That's where when you get those that are, like, real precarious like that, the safest thing to do is to move over and just don't try to take a running jump off of one of the yellow orbs. There's gotta be a way up there. Not the intended way to get up here. Oh, you go up in that gap and then jump off the edge. Okay. A lot more reasonable. Okay. So willing to believe that those are moving things are actual, like, death obstacles. Don't like whatever's going on out here. I do want to get those gems, though. Whee! Which one of these can send me flying into the sky so I can grab those gems? Okay, there's only one over there. And then there's a ton of them over here. And if they actually flung me, I could get them. I'm not going to sit here and waste everybody's time on that, though. I feel like the multicolored aspect of this world almost makes it look like play blocks. Like a kid's toy. A lot of these moving blocks around, but none of them, they're all like aesthetic. Okay, missing anything? How about over here? Looks like it. Saw one. Hiding. Okay, so there are some boosters over here. Dang it. It's camera angle change. If I know it's going to happen, I can account for that fairly easily. Hey! What's that doing? Ah. You can see the little green line on the wall. Like a wire. Going, hey, this is what we're triggering. Okay, I could get around that, maybe. But let's look around a little first. Okay, so I can get up there with that. That gets me that. Anything a note over this way, though? I'm not confident. Oh! Okay, 19 left. We gotta be near the end. And there's that handful that I missed. So what are you guys doing? Yeah, these are like almost going in, maybe not circles, but something reminiscent of that. How do you get that one down there, then? Can't see. Was that it? Also that, but then it's just kind of me praying that I'm lined up depth-wise with it. Didn't get it. I'd say, oh, that's a long ways back, but it's not really, because a lot of those were side paths. Or a lot of our time was spent on side paths. I don't like how these two platforms kind of work with each other. Okay, so I looked at where it was, and it looked like it was pretty lined up with the back. Got it. Like, on one hand, I'm not going to continuously waste my time on something that I think isn't working how it's supposed to. Like, the ones that I feel like we're supposed to more reliably shoot you into the air. But I still want to get as many of them as I can. Uh-oh. Yeah, 8, 7 left. Collect that one. I'll be at 6 left, and I'd believe there are 6 of them at the top of the pillars. Yeah!